Hey guys, welcome back to the Aligned to Strength podcast, where we focus on aligning strength and talk fitness, mindset, and life. Today's episode is going to hit home for a lot of you because I hear this all the time. People saying, I'm working out, I'm eating better, I'm doing all the things. So why am I not seeing results? And if that's you, I want you to hear this right away. 1, you're not crazy. 2, you're not broken. And 3, there could be something off. Is something off? You're thinking that you're not broken, you're not crazy, but something is off. In today's episode, we're going to break down the real reasons you might not be seeing results, even when you feel like you're doing everything right. And I promise by the end of the episode, you're going to have a little bit more clarity on what to shift so you can actually start seeing progress. All right, let's hop into it. You're consistent, but you're not intentional. Let's start here. Starting here, you're consistent, but not intentional. Because this is one of the biggest ones that I see. You're showing up, you're going to workouts, you're sweating, but are you being intentional? That's a question you can ask yourself. There's a difference between going through the motions versus training with purpose. If you're picking up some same weights every week, you're doing the same reps, not changing yourself, your body has no reason to change. Your body adapts quickly. It's smart. So if nothing is progressing, nothing is transforming. And this is where progressive overload, mind-muscle connection, actually pushing yourselves becomes everything. What needs to happen? Progressive overload, mind-muscle connection, and actually pushing yourself. So you want to ask yourself, when was the last time I increased my weights? If I'm using 15-pound dumbbells, how long have I been using them? How long have I been at that weight? Have I ever pushed myself up to 25? Or pressing 30-pound dumbbells and I've been sitting at that forever and you don't bump yourself up. Ask yourself that. When was the last time you increased? Ask yourself this. When I'm finishing the workout or actually training, am I just finishing? Am I just getting myself through my workout just to finish it and be done with it? Or am I actually training? Because just showing up isn't enough. Show up, but have intention with it. Be intentional. Also, you're under eating. You're under eating or you're over restricting. This one often see as well, especially women in their 30s and 40s. You think you're doing the right thing by eating less, skipping meals, being good, if you want to say quote unquote, being good all day. But the truth, if you're under eating, your body will hold on to everything. Your metabolism slows down. Your energy drops. Your hormones get out of balance, which is why I feel like we push protein a lot. Protein with every meal, making sure on every plate you have some type of protein, because it makes a difference. Having that protein is going to help you from under eating. So if you're under eating, your metabolism will slow down if you under eat or if you don't eat enough. Your energy drops, your hormones get out of balance. And especially women in their 30s and 40s, your hormones are really big deal to make sure that those are not out of balance. And food and not eating enough, like there's a lot that goes into that. And like you're asking yourself, why am I not losing weight? I'm under eating. Why am I not losing weight? Because your body is in survival mode. Especially your body's in survival mode, especially if you're working out regularly, doing strength training, living a busy, high stress life. Your body needs fuel, and not just calories, but it needs, here we go again with the protein, but it needs the protein, the healthy fats, and balanced meals. I mean, I can totally say that I have went through the stage of my body being in survival mode for sure. Like I work out regularly, I strength train, and I live an extremely busy, high stressed life. And under eating has always been a thing for me. But I notice my body works the best. My everything is so much better for me and my body and how I feel when I'm eating well balanced, well rounded meals. But so your body needs the fuel. So we're looking for protein, healthy fats, balanced meals, and not under eating. This is why, we talk about eating enough. We talk about not eating less, but eating enough and eating the right things. If you align your nutrition with your lifestyle of working out or your lifestyle of moving your body, if your nutrition is aligned with that and is fueling your body the way it should, like that's when you're going to see results. So combining, balancing your fitness, workouts, your movements with nutrition and making sure you're having enough of it is going to give you results. All right, moving on. You're not recovering properly. Recovery is a really big deal. And if you're not recovering properly, that is going to come into play if you're not seeing the results that you want. This is the most people like completely overlook. They don't take the time, taking the time to recover. You're focused on workouts, but what about the other 23 hours of your day? So let's talk about sleep, stress, hormones. If you're running on 5 to 6 hours of sleep, you're constantly stressed, you're always in go, go, go mode, your body is stuck in a fight or flight state. And when that happens, fat loss becomes hard. It is harder to lose fat. It is harder to see results if you're in the fight or flight state. If you're always on the go, constantly stressed, running on little sleep and 5 to 6 hours is little sleep. Like you honestly want to try for 8 hours of sleep. We have full episodes on sleep and the importance of it and how much you should get. If you want to see results, that's part of it. If you want to see results, you need adequate sleep. And so what happens when your body is stuck in the fight or flight? Fat loss becomes hard, muscle building slows down, and your body holds onto the weight. And this is where your mind, comes into play. Recovery is not lazy. So if you're thinking in your mind that recovery is lazy, it's not. And we're not talking recovery like let's work out, let's stop working out for a week because we need to recover. I mean, unless you're sick, like really sick with the flu or you have a bad cold or anything like that. But, recovery is you get your workout in even 30 minutes and you have the rest of 23 and a half hours of the day to let your body recover. Recovery's not lazy. It is where the results happen. So ask yourself this: am I giving my body time to repair? Am I managing stress? Or am I just pushing through it? Because more workouts isn't always the answer. So if you're not seeing results and you just are like, well, I just need to work out more, that might not be the answer. You might have to look at a few different things as to why you're not seeing the results. Sometimes less can be more. You don't have to work out 7 days a week. One, you're overtraining. You're not giving yourself enough time to recover. And either that or you're not getting enough sleep or you're under eating. There's other things to look at. Your hormones are out of whack because you're not sleeping enough. There's other things to look at as to why you're not seeing results. But most likely everybody's mind goes to, I'm not working out enough. When that person is working out, they're getting 4 strength workouts in a week. 4 strength workouts in and they're not seeing results. Well, it's not the workout part of it. I mean, unless you're not bumping up your weights and actually trying, but it could be a lot of other things. Your workouts don't match your goals. Let's focus on that. What if your workouts don't match your goals? I mean, and this is the tough truth, but it's important. A lot of people are doing workouts they like, but not workouts that align with their goals. So if you're doing workouts you like, you're not really seeing results, you're maintaining where you're at, but you're okay with that, I mean, that's okay. If that is completely okay. But if you're only doing workouts you like and you're consistent there, but you're not seeing the results and you have bigger goals, you might have to step out of your comfort zone and try something a little harder. If your goal is to, gain muscle or lose weight, you might have to try something different. An example here is if you want, okay, so if your workouts aren't aligning with your goals, here's an example. You're only doing cardio, but you want to build muscle. You love I mean, nobody loves cardio, but this is just an example. But you're doing cardio because you like it, but you want to build muscle. So you can kind of see here where that's not matching your goal. So you might have to step out of your comfort zone and do something you don't like and lift a weight because that's going to help you build muscle. Another example, doing random classes with no structure. Okay, so avoiding strength training because it feels hard. You want to build muscle, but you don't go to any strength classes because they seem hard. So, you have to align your workouts with your goals. And it might be you might have to try and do something you don't like, but that might be once a week. Throw that in there to help you, help your results. Here's the deal. Your workouts need to match your goals. If your goal is fat loss, you need strength plus movement. If your goal is toning, you need resistance training. If your goal is strength, you need progressive overload. You need to increase your weights. You need to push yourself. You need to max out. You can't out cardio a lack of strength training. And you definitely can't expect results from random workouts with no plan. This is where structure matters. This is where intention matters. Now, what if Does this sound like you? Or does this sound like something you're thinking of? You're expecting fast results instead of aligned results. Let's talk about expectations, because social media has really messed with this. We see on social media 30-day transformations. We see quick fixes. We see before and afters. And we think, why isn't that happening for me? But real results, number one, take time. They take consistency and they take alignment. And a lot of times they take a coach. Like, they take a coach. A lot of times, if you're seeing these things on social media, well, there's no such thing as quick fixes. You have to make something a habit, and it has to turn into a habit, into a lifestyle to maintain it. Before and afters. If you see before and afters, like I have before and afters on my website of clients, but that took time. Those before and afters took quite a bit of time, and they were working with a coach. They were working with me, or they worked with our other trainer. Like, it's working with somebody, telling them what workouts to do, what weights to push. That makes a difference. So the expectations, you need to zone in on your expectations. One, results don't happen fast. And then you also, instead of thinking about that, think about if the results are aligned. So again, real results take time, it takes consistency, and it takes alignment. And this is where your mindset shifts. This is where it shifts. Instead of asking, how fast can I see results? You need to start asking, am I building something sustainable? Because aligned strength isn't about quick fixes. It's not about crash diets. It's not about burning out. It's about creating a lifestyle that actually lasts. And lifestyles last when you can balance and align your mind, your fitness, your nutrition. Pulling those three together, figuring that out is going to help you move into a lifestyle that is sustainable and will benefit you and will help you hit your goals, and you will see results. How about some hidden factors that you might be ignoring? A little bit deeper stuff, because sometimes it's not just workouts or food. It's things like hormones, especially premenopause. We have a couple episodes specifically on premenopause. I know a lot of my listeners are in that stage of life and are women. So it might not be food and workouts. It might be your hormones. It might be gut health. It might be inflammation. It might be cortisol levels. If your body feels off, if you're doing everything right and you're still stuck, there may be something deeper going on. And this is where listening to your body becomes powerful. And when it comes to hormones, premenopause and your gut health and that type of stuff, it is best to seek your healthcare provider about that. Especially when you're talking about premenopause, because your levels might be really off, and there is stuff out there to help that. So you don't keep struggling if you can't, if you feel you've tried everything. That might be an issue too if you're in the right age group for that. So definitely don't tune out your healthcare provider. They are there to help you, especially with premenopause. So don't ignore it, and don't keep pushing through. Listen to your body, ask questions too. Reach out to me. I can give you, I can give you what's helped me. I can, guide you in the right direction if there's somebody that I know that can help you with a question that I can't answer. So definitely reach out. But, actually asking, what is my body trying to tell me? Listening to your body, saying, okay, what is my body trying to tell me? Because your body is always communicating with you. It is always communicating with you. This week, I want you to pick one area we talked about today and focus on it. Not all of them, just one. Ask yourself, where am I the most out of alignment right now? Is it your workouts are not being intentional? You're going to the gym, you're doing the same thing over and over, you're not changing your weights. Is it that? You're not eating enough or you're skipping meals? And I wouldn't say, I skip meals too. I intermittent fast a lot. There's obviously days that I do eat breakfast, but there is days that I don't. And I've intermittent fasts for years. But I wouldn't say that I'm necessarily not eating enough, because when I do eat my 2 meals and a snack in between there, it's intentional eating. It's good nutrition. I get my protein. So if you're skipping meals but still not hitting like all your nutrition goals, well, then that's where the issue can lie. Okay. So or is it poor sleep and high stress? That is, a big one for a lot of people. Or is it doing workouts that don't match your goals? You think about any one of those. Which one of those are you not aligned with? It could be all of them, but pick one. Pick one of those and try and focus on it for the next week. Commit to one of them, take a small shift, work on it. An example of this might be increase your weights in one workout. So this next week, in one of your workouts, increase your weights. Try that. Add one balanced meal instead of one that you would be skipping. Add a balanced meal where you have protein, greens, a healthy fat. Go to bed 30 minutes earlier. Or for the entire week, try and go to bed at the same time if you can. Swap out one random workout for a structured strength session. One. Like if you want to work on that, matching your goals, take out one of your workouts that you normally do and swap it out for a structured strength one. Keep it simple. Keep it doable. Don't overthink it. Don't stress yourself out about it. Just try and make a small but real change this week. And the real change doesn't come from doing everything at once, because that's where you're going to set yourself up for failure. It comes from doing the right things consistently. Small, simple, consistent steps will equal to success. Don't go balls to the walls, everything in, because that's where failure happens. You get burned out, you fail, and you're in screw this, I'm not doing it mode because I can't do it. Well, that's because you didn't take it a little bit slower. All right, so a takeaway for the end of this episode. If you can take something away from this episode, let this be it. It's not about doing more. It's about doing what's aligned for you. What's aligned with your body, your goals, your lifestyle, your season of life. And if you feel stuck right now, that doesn't mean that you're failing. It just means something needs to shift. If this episode hit home for you, I would love for you to share it. Share it with a friend, share it with a family member. Tag me in it. Share it on social media. Please tag me. Let me know, what part of this episode resonated with you. Reach out to me. I love hearing from you guys. Ask questions. Please reach out and ask me questions. And if you're ready to stop guessing and start seeing real results, stop into the gym. If you're in the Trempealeau, Wisconsin area, stop into our gym. Join a class. We have free week trials. Reach out to me if you're not from the area. We have tons of virtual options, structured virtual workouts with videos that you can follow. So reach out to me for that. But where it begins is when you bring it all together, your workouts, your nutrition, your mindset. So if you can feel strong, confident, and aligned in every area of your life, that's where you'll start to see results happen. Thanks for being here, and I'll catch you in the next episode. Bye-bye. Hey, y'all, the information shared in this podcast is for educational and motivational purposes only and is not intended to replace professional medical advice, diagnosis, or treatment.